I'm going to hit go live, and it says we're going live, and we're live.
Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 390. A nice multiple of 3. It's the magic number.
Wow, very close to 400.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I remember when we had the exciting celebration for 300, and that seemed impossibly large. But now that we're doing this more regularly, the numbers are climbing quicker. She says after we couldn't podcast last week because of my busy schedule.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
I'm excited. That's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Enjoyed. So my birthday was this past weekend, and I wanted to, even though it was on the weekend, I wanted to have a 3-day weekend as like a special treat. So I took yesterday off, which kind of consolidated some things on my calendar this week. So again, we were kind of looking for good slots, but I think you and my husband were like sharing a brainwave about plants, because he was like, I want to go to Sargent's, I want to pick out some plants. I'm like, okay, so that's what we did yesterday. I now have a new calathea that is named Cal, and we are also praying for her that she survives.
Okay, Atticus and Cal can, yeah, we can hope for each other. Yeah, I've been, I don't know, obsessively monitoring him since I hung him up. Like, his leaves look turned. Is that because we need to rotate him in the window, or was that when I was putting him in his new macrame container that I had to redo the leaves, and so then they kind of felt futzed with and they were reorienting themselves? I don't know. It was just, yeah, I've been obsessing about Atticus.
Yeah. Well, I was very concerned because Cal is living out here where Sullivan can get at her. And so like this morning, I was like, did she get knocked down? We made sure that Sullivan would not be harmed by eating any of the plants that we got, but they could be harmed by right? So yeah, we kind of set up a situation where it would be hard for him to get it, but I was like expecting like the pivot, descend from the ceiling to get to eating your BFL type scenario. But yeah, he's over there probably listening. But he survived the night. So yeah, that was fun. They've got a fun little coffee shop, and then it was fun to just kind of walk around and feel like you were kind of in warm weather because it's in the greenhouse, right? So
yeah, and it's all green, and they have lots of little seating areas in there. It's just quite the destination now, and that makes that little parking lot very full.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I mean, again, I'm always happy while I'm drinking coffee, so that could be part of it as well.
Right. No, most definitely. But yeah, I was very tempted to buy other plants, but they weren't hanging plants. So I stuck with Atticus because he's a hanging plant. I know I can keep that away from Pivot for now. And then if we get brave, I wrote down 2 more plant varieties that I enjoyed while I was shopping. And so
yeah, well, Cal is the calathea, I guess, is infamous for being a diva. So Cal is a diva, and so like Jeremy was like, well, that's not on my list of 5 cat friendly low low upkeep plants. So I'm like, but I love her. So yeah, so we both became new plant moms this week. That's fun.
We really did. And I invited you to come with me. I just think it's so funny.
I know. Well, it wasn't until yesterday when Jeremy took the day off too, not specifically for my birthday. He was having some dental work done. It wasn't until he mentioned it that I was like, Amy just asked me to do that. Like, are you guys on the same wavelength, just like a day apart? Or So yeah, I apologize. I probably should have just gone on Sunday instead of yesterday, but
Yeah. Yeah, I had somebody
yeah.
quietly knock on my door, so
Maybe if they
took me
hear
out
you
of
speaking, they'll understand that you're occupied.
on a meeting. Yeah. But
Occupado.
yeah, I forgot to block it on my calendar, so they
Mm.
might think that I'm available. Anyway, we have a bunch of stuff to do. We have a huge drawing that we're doing. Two, I should
Head,
say.
shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
Yeah.
I'm standing, so I don't know if you guys are picking that up from my moving around on screen. But we've got a parade of prizes to show and draw for. So I'm just going to start holding up some of mine. Thank you again to everybody that joined in. Super fun. We're going to take some of the inspiration from this kind of loose kind of, I consider it kind of, what was it? The Potter cup, right? Or the Hogwarts cup or whatever, right? No, what am I struggling with? Where
Well,
you fit things into challenges, right?
yeah, it could have been the Potter Cup or whatever, but then,
Potter craft or anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to do challenges kind of like head, shoulders, knees, and toes going into 2023. But this is some swanky DK, some fabulous speckles in it's 10% cashmere, 10% nylon, 80% merino. Ooh, Fiber Society number 27, vintage 27. I also have a Leading Men Fiber Arts, the Snark Attack, which is this very pretty Snark Attack color. And then I think this is heliotrope. So make some heels toes. I think this is a 20 and a 50. That's what that is. We also had the twin mountain handcrafts, little stitch markers, so fun and sparkly. And then there's different types of socks that you probably aren't going to be able to pick up on the camera,
Oh yeah, I
like
see
some
it.
polka dots and some stripes and lines. And then I had picked out from that same Twin Mountain Handcrafts some sparkly buttons that I think could go on any attire. And there are 6 of them at I don't know what millimeter this is. So
Yeah, and I apologize for not being prepared to bring in the prizes. But I have a former Zombie Knit Popcalypse bag. It's orange with snaps. And it's super handy. It has a carabiner that clips to your bag, and it fits a sock or small shawl, but single size skein, and it's really fun and durable and versatile. And then also we have the fade. So the fade is 7 skeins, but for the grand prize of where you've completed all of them, we will be splitting it into 2. And the first to contact us gets the fade of 4 and gets to choose which end of the fade they would like us to send them. And we can work back and forth with pictures of the yarn and determine that. And you'll be contacting me. But how this is going to work for the drawings is we're going to announce each individual category: head, shoulders, knees, and toes, 2 winners. You get to pick from the prize pool. The first to contact gets their prize item that they would prefer. And then the second person in the category will get a pattern on us up to a $9 value.
Yep.
So I have the names written down on my Post-it note right here. So these were done with a random number generator and a count through all of our lovely entries out there. And so the first one is head. And for head, I have 2 winners. We have Christy Sock Nomads. She knits so many hats.
This the season, right?
Yeah, totally deserving. And then the second one is Gwen, not Paltrow, out on Discord. So you can contact either of us, but we how about Megan? She's got the larger number of prizes. With
Yeah,
the
so
list
contact
of
with your address, your selection, maybe the top 3 of the
Yeah.
prize items, and the pattern if you're not the one. And then yeah, I'll consolidate and yeah, do the timing. If it all comes into my inbox, it's easier to
Yes.
collaborate that. So
yes.
yeah.
So for these, contact Megan with all of that information. And if it's a prize I have, she will let me know.
And don't worry if like in the hustle of it all, you're just like, I want the blah, blah, blah. We can go back and forth. But
Yeah.
we need to, you need to get reached out to in the very least, right?
Yep, absolutely. So without further ado, we have shoulders. We had quite a few entries for shoulders, and our winners are Memphis Holly. So congratulations, and Fiber Lily.
Excellent.
So you can contact Megan. All right, now for knees. There were a lot of creative entries for knees. I don't know. Yeah, some very creative, I'll just put it that way.
You have to go out to Discord to see the true creativity in the photography, and yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But for knees, we had Burdette and Nikki Noni Baloney.
Excellent.
And then for toes, we have Kay Drucker and MD Quilter.
Excellent. Yay.
So congratulations. And then on our has knit all 3, we got a drum roll. The award goes to Alicia and then Jen Gall.
So All Marie Craft,
yeah.
Alicia and Jen Gall. All right. Yes. Get
Very
in Amy's inbox, right? On that one, because
yes,
you've got that yarn. Yeah.
Yes. Amy at StockinetteZombies.com or Discord message, direct message will work. And then I wanted to do a special shout out to Burdette, who had 3 completions. That's 12 projects.
I want to say the trifecta, but it's like the quadfecta. Yes.
Yeah. That was something to see all of them come in on that as she finished them. So excellent. Well, that was it for the head, shoulders, knees, and toes KAL. But we also have a self-striping. For self-striping, we had 2 winners, but for the self-striping this month, we're going to do 2 patterns up to a $9 value. So we have Alicia again. So she's a lucky lady this month. And
random number generator loves Alicia.
Aberdonian, is that right?
It's Claire, right? Yeah.
Well,
I don't know how to say it either. She'll phonetically put it in the chat here and I'll say it.
So I apologize for not getting that one super correct, but contact us and we will gift you a $9 pattern.
Excellent. Yes. Thanks for everybody that self-striped along. I think I got started on the self-stripes and I ended with some self-stripes, but I did not keep it throughout the year. So good on all of those that got their entries in.
Yep. And so we did talk, Megan and I, and we'd like to continue, keep it rolling into 2023. So be prepared for some announcements on that. Part of the announcement is we're going to switch over to a Google form. So your entries will be submitted, and I think all of our KALs will be Google Forms from here on out. I might even go as far as saying we'll have a landing page at some point for all the things we have going on, so that you'll have a one-stop shop for links on that stuff. And I'm super excited to get that launched. It'll be the same as we have done in the past, and just hope to grow it. So word of mouth, get people out there talking about it. We love self-striping yarn.
Yeah, absolutely. My bin has grown this year again because I was so excited about it at the beginning of the year and then didn't necessarily keep at it. So yeah, I think the forms, A, ease of administration, and then B, also, like you said, we could have a one-stop shop, whereas sometimes it's hard with all of the different threads or channels out on Discord, right? So still would love people to be out in Discord posting their finished objects and, hey, look at this. And much like our ZKKAL, you can post it there and then include that link on the form. But yeah, just it'll just be I think it'll be better. It'll be easier to kind of keep track of for our sake and your sake as well, right? Like, did I submit to the, you don't have to scroll down through if we have a kind of your current count on the self-striping, for example, right? You don't have to scroll through all of the posts to try to figure out what month you were on or whatever. So I think, again, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yep.
Changes, organization.
Yep, absolutely. So, yep, I'm hoping to get that put out on Instagram today, and then we'll get the links out there shortly thereafter. Definitely on Discord right away.
Sure.
I will open up those threads and put some links out there right away. But for the wider announcement, hopefully by the end of the day.
Yeah. So in addition to FOs, we did want to kind of pre-announce to everybody that was excited about our StockinetteZombies KALs this year. As we mentioned earlier, the loved kind of the choose your own adventure-ness of the head, shoulder, knees, and toes, a prompt, but fitting in something. And Amy and I have both been wishing that we could, or hoping, setting goals for ourselves to read a little bit more. So without further ado, the 2023, like the whole year that we're going to break into quarterly challenges, is the Craft Your Own Book Venture, which you would not believe how long it took us to come up for that phrasing, but I think we like it now, right, Amy?
Yes.
You and I, Craft Your Own Book Venture. And so, there will be, in general, I'm not going to do any specific prompts now, but there will be a handful of prompts for the first quarter, and you can choose 3 of those prompts. Again, those are 3 separate projects. Those are not, find a way to do all 3 of them in one project. So they have to be distinct in that way. And then it will just continue to build, right? So if you had started something in the first quarter for one of the prompts, you can still, just like the self-striping, submit it in the second quarter and get credit for it. But it's a building KAL, or craft along. And then, for the ZKN members, we're hoping to have kind of a participation prize that we can, not a huge one, right? But a participation prize for those that get 2 quarters complete, so there's a possible 2 participation prizes, because there's 2 halves to the year. So exciting.
I think one that I want to just go ahead and throw out there right away, because I'm so excited for it, is Bookspiration. So if you have a book that has inspired you to create a knit, and you can give us a tie-in between that knit and that book, I would, I'm just excited to take a look at the books I'm reading, or maybe even in my own crafting books, just to get inspired and create a project or something in mind for that book that I'm reading. So I'm excited for that. That will be at least one prompt.
Yes. To give you an example of what could possibly be out there. But yes, we love our crafting books. We love our fiction. I've been reading a lot of nonfiction recently, which is probably a little harder to tie into a craft project, but challenge accepted. I will do it.
The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You have 7 colors in a pattern or something.
Yeah, exactly. I was not reading that, but that is a good, quantifiable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Funny.
excellent, excellent. So yeah, lots of announcements, lots of prizes, lots of 2023 excitement. You want to show off some FOs?
I do. I have Teams on my phone and I am watching my work blow up right now. So I'm a little nervous that what I'm leaving out there, but we have a lovely shawl. This is the Windover, and yarn is from Farmer's Daughter's Fibers. Love, love, love it. It's a perfect marriage of pattern and yarn, and highly recommend. I really liked the checklist in the pattern, being able to check off each thing as I went through. It allowed me to not get lost, but also gave me that little check. I love checklists. Just boop, I got to check it off. I got to check it off.
Motivation. It's definitely motivational.
Yeah, absolutely. So highly recommend this pattern. It was a lot of fun. So, and that's Samantha. I said her name wrong the last time.
Sam Guerin.
Thank you, Sam Guerin. Love that. And then, as we discussed last time, I was making this lovely vest, but it's all done.
Wow! Yay! You avoided what I did. The hell that I just went through with all the sleeves.
Yeah. I did. I avoided that sleeve drama, but it was really interesting because I did have to do the color work back and forth on here for this pattern.
So match gauge.
No steeking, but a lot of interesting things to go on there. And again, I will reiterate that what I had said last time about the gauge math or whatever, that's completely wrong. I was using the heavier weight yarn.
Yeah.
My fault. I thought it had said sport or DK. And yeah, it's fingering or something. It was not this. So I was definitely doing something. I will say though that I got pretty close, and it's supposed to be an oversized sweater anyway. So it's nice that it should be really good. I hope that it is well loved, worn, and used.
I was gonna say, kiddo loves it.
It's for my youngest. They've been seeing me work on it, but they haven't been able to try it on yet. So
you see it here first.
Yeah, I might have to box it up for their birthday, just so that that little extra specialness there. But I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to wait.
Was there any acknowledgement that might be something for them or no?
No, they already knew. They picked out the colors.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, they picked out the colors, but I don't know that they know that it's completely done.
Tricksy.
So, and yeah, that's all I got. I probably finished a hat and another sweater, but they were fairly uninteresting and basic. So I didn't have much to say about them.
They didn't make the pile, the FO pile. I finished all my sleeves. So I got into a big marl. I guess maybe the sleeves weren't even although sleeves do have lots of ends when you're breaking yarn and starting a new one on every motif, right? So looks like Amy may be checking stuff. So yes, this was my first pressed flowers that I was kind of making my own marl with. And you can kind of see that it goes from dark, so again, I was holding this color, double this color with the next color, that color with itself, and so on and so forth. I jokingly said in VKN last week that I pretty much followed this pattern to pattern exactly, other than I made a pullover. So it's, I think I held it up last week or 2 weeks ago I put the, I did some decreases at the bottom of the V and then also on each of the shoulders. And then, weaving at ends is no small feat when you get 2 every one of these flowers, right? So I made that work for myself. I'm not giving you the full view here, but it's a nice oversized sweater. Really enjoy the moral of it all. And then again, loved the pattern so much that added the sleeves to the sky. Again, this green is going to seem alien green. But the
Yeah. I'm twinning for mine, so I have to wait.
it's so much fun. Are you going to make it a cardigan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I am twinning with somebody. I don't remember who, but I'm also twinning on another colorwork sweater. So I think that one's with Burdette. So I am full up on my twins already with 2 sweaters. So
yeah. So here you can see that neckline a little better. It kind of makes a diamond,
nice.
right? And then decreases in, which is nice. And yeah, this was just 4 very loved skeins in my stash that I was like, what would happen if I combine them? And the answer was magic. Magic happened. I just love what it does, especially against this dark navy feeder brook, which is a nice kind of not silky, but like it's got like a hand to it, the BFL of the feeder brook. So I'd originally started this with a feeder brook that would have been a little bit more like the spin cycle, where it kind of cycles through. You wouldn't have had the clean lines on the flowers, which I think I was okay with, but it had a lot of kind of the darker blue in it, which I think is that's my downfall when I'm picking colors. I pick coordinating, not contrasting. So it wasn't shining the way I wanted it to. And this was, this was my solution and I absolutely adore it. It's gonna get a lot of wear for sure. And then the last sleeve, oh my goodness, this must have gotten a catastrophe.
Oh,
to it. It was sitting on my table, waiting for darn Sullivan to be showed off here. I'm not going to focus on it. But yes, this is my Sparky. I held some of the alpaca cashmere silk with some of my Advent from last year from Suburban Stitcher. You're not going to see the contrast and the beautifulness because of what Zoom does with these with this color of green. But other than I did not put the pockets in, which again I think I've mentioned. It is to pattern. So, and this is Yarna Kukin from Leading Men Fiber Arts is the main. So yes, very excited about wearing all of these, and tis the season, right? It's very, very chilly outside. So having a new sweater to throw on makes you happy. If it's going to be so cold, I get to be happy about the new sweater that I'm putting on, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've definitely seen those memes where like we don't have giant bugs, while they're shoveling, right? Like think of the positive.
Yes.
I get to wear my warm knits. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely don't have that problem. I'm very comfortable now putting on all of my sweaters now that I'm working from home, and B, I think I'm focused a lot more on what's going to be here because that's the view that most people get of me in my work.
Yep.
So Yep. But yes, when you procrastinate or just cast on the next thing rather than working on the sleeves, eventually you have to knit the sleeves.
Yep. I dropped a stitch in my mohair.
Oh no.
So I need to put this down.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. There's been a lot of chat out in the YouTube chat. So everybody that joined us live, hello. Tell your friends that they need about if they won prizes, and or let them organically find it. Sometimes that's fun as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes.
Bye.
Bye, Ufta.
Okay.
All right. Did you figure